All right, boys and girls, clear the track. Short course late models start heading this way. Marshals will be Ocala Bomber guys, Wags, Malin, Charles, Ryan, Emery, Hodling, BB, Butts, a bunch of those boys and girls. All right, let's get them down and check in. Once again, red light is on. No hot laps, gentlemen. We'll get them out here for you as soon as we can. Get them checked in, gentlemen. Check them in and stop it at the other end of the track. All right, George, check in for me one more time, George. All right, I don't know why it's not doing the sound back. Either way, roll them off, gentlemen. You got 2 minutes to turn and burn. All right, boys and girls, looks like they're ready to rock and roll. Marshals, look alive. Your order for this one is Brad Fender, David Ponder, Darrell Weaver, Matthew DeVries, Mark Gagne, Deacon if he was here, George, and Brian. Wait, Brian's in the sprint race anyway, so. Again, be Brad, David, Darrell, Matt, Mark, and George. All right, things looking good so far, drivers. Let's keep it clean. Here we go. All right, after 30 seconds, caution out two, dead car, dead car. They're jiggling a little bit. Uh-oh. Something popped off. Sounds like a pinion or something. At the line, caution in three, go low through three, low through three. And I guess that's Gagne out, unfortunately. It's Fender showing the way. 37 lap run here. DeVries in second. Weaver behind him by 1 second. Ponder in fourth. Back about a lap here. Bronick 7.2 that time by. Caution in four, caution in four. We are clear. All right, just about halfway. We go with 155 to go. Figure out why it's not making the noises right meow. Either way, it's working. Counting, that's what we need. Fender still rocking the lead here over Matt by 3.8 at the line. Darrell back, I think that said 5 seconds there. Bronick back 3 laps. Darrell back 6.1 actually. Bronick in fourth by 3 laps. Ponder trying to run him down. Just under a minute to go. It's Fender. Oh no, somebody's having problems there on the front straight. That's DeVries. Oh, we got mayhem in turn 2. Looks like DeVries is out. He was on pace there for second place in the heat anyways. It's Brad, Darrell back about 2 laps, maybe a little more. DeVries falling down the charts here slowly. That is time. Race it out, keep going. Ponder is done. Fender's done. Looking for Darrell and George. Boys got to go around the corner. Caution on the front straight, guys. Marshall's race is not over. And shut it down. That's why we can't have nice things. All right, boys and girls, I'm going to restart the program here for a second just to see if we can't get our sounds back. And that was who, Ava? Okay, Jax checking for me. All right, let's get my other novice drivers out there. All right, just looking for Darrell if he's still here. I don't know if rode with Deacon out. Anybody seen Darrell? All right, Marshals, need you out here. We're looking for Fender, Weaver, Bronick, DeVries, Ponder, Gagne. Just need 4 of you out here, hopefully. One more down the far end to help him out. Mr. Ponder's coming on out. Thank you, sir. And Dave, when you get out there, send him down out. All right, drivers, bring them up to speed. You got 70 seconds to turn and burn. So high into one, drivers, high into one. And we're clear. Well, so far, I don't think anybody technically improved their time of round one. They just have to go off of round two alone. We'll see how it shakes out here. Oh, watch out. Real tumble-rooski. All right, for those of you watching online, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Help spread the word. All right, drivers, let's slow it down. Let's slow it down and get it in order. It's going to be Anthony, Dylan, Chloe, Jackson, Ava. A little faster. I will do one more lap here. I just making sure I was counting everybody. My math isn't mathing. Here we go. Remember, you're not on the clock until you cross the line. Just got to get off those walls there. Got a little loose stuff out there. Hey, those four-wheel drive cars aren't easy to drive. Making it look pretty good. Oh, up on two wheels. Scott, did you put some tire sauce on those kids' cars? It was bicycling on the right side halfway through turn two. I want to know how that happened. That was impressive. They are fast. Are those the Groms, the Armagroms? Can't keep them all straight. All right, one down, three to go. Anthony Fender showing the way. On a 30-lap run here, Dylan back less than a tenth. Now Dylan taking over the lead by 7/10. Dylan rocking the low-C sprint there. Oh, Dylan getting a little rough with him. Is he going to wait? A little bit there. Caution in four. Chloe in third, back 4 seconds. Now Chloe taking over the second spot. Anthony dropping to third after that unfortunate kerfuffle. Ava in fourth, Jackson fifth, trying to run them both down. Ponder, you okay out there? Caution in 1 and 2, caution in 1 and 2. Stay high through one, drivers. Ooh, watch out. Corners a minimum 12 feet across, guys. Ava new fast lap 9.3. Jax has a 9.2. Anthony with a 7.7. Dylan with the fast lap of a 7.68. Chloe with a 7.9. Leading the way right now. Oh, Dylan, buddy. You better wait for him this time. We're going to go to timeout here. Thank you, sir. Caution, go high into three, high into three. Hard not to monster truck over the small scale. That's going to shake things up a little bit. Chloe still rocking lead here in the purple square body. Caution out of 2, stay high off of 2, high off of 2. $30 to go. Losi sprint up next. Brad, Mike, Scott, Chris, Matt, Mike, John, and Brian. Caution out of 4, caution out of 4. Oh, man. I think Jax and Ava helping each other there. That is time, drivers. Race it out. Anthony is done. Keep going, Jax. Remember, you guys are on your own clock. Keep going. Ava's done. Dylan's done. Chloe's done. Looking for Jax to finish out here. Here he comes. And shut it down. Chloe Bronick taking that one 29 laps. Anthony with 27. Dylan 27. Ava 21. Jax with 19. All right, boys and girls. Get them checked in and park it. Got to get some marshals out here to help out our novice drivers with this one. All right, if you're watching online, jump in the chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from. You out there right now. Unfortunately, live stream died earlier. Had to restart it again. All right, looking for Chloe to get on out there. Anthony's out there. Dylan, is he on his way out? All right, Mike Gonzalez, if you're out there, I need you to check in, buddy. He might be down in the trailers. All right, where's Brian Hopkins at? Saw him walk by. Here comes Mike. Brian making this one. I know he said he had to switch over to the Losi Sprint, so I put him in. All right. All right, drivers, bring them up to speed. You got 1 minute to turn and burn. Spread them out. You got plenty of room out there. Stay low into 3, low into 3, drivers. Low into 3. Ava's like, I think I'm marshalling the off-road. I get mixed up. Caution in 2. Who, Ava? All right, Ava, come on the outside. We'll swap with Chloe. And looks like Mr. Ryan's going to jump in there as well. Chloe, come back out. As long as you're not scared, I don't care. We're going to swap. All right. All right, can we get one more marshal in the center to cover the front and back? I need Super Marshall out there. Oh, thank you, Mr. Anthony. He was standing right there. I didn't see him. He was hiding behind a couple people on the row here. All right, boys and girls, you can't be scared of these. RC Racing. At some point, you're going to get hit. Hopefully, you choose when that is and where it's at. All right, drivers, let's get them in order. Your current TQ, 39 laps, 408, Scott Quintel, followed by John Carpenter, Mike Gonzalez, Matt Vogel, Chris Bradley, Mike Raines, Brad Fender, and Brian Hopkins. Here we go. Guys work together. Easy to pass in the corner. Somebody just got to pull up a half a foot or a foot. Oh, let's see if we can't fix that. Caution down the front. Whoa, watch out. Let's move it out of the way so somebody can try to repair it. Oh, that was Brian. He's right there to fix it himself. Hopefully just pop it back on. Yes, guys, if you didn't know, we are allowing aftermarket ball cups, ball studs on the Losi cars. Stay low in the front, inside, inside. High in the back, go to the wall in the back, on the wall, to the wall, to the wall. From the beast, I suggest one of the Losi cups, the other different cups. Associated B6 cups work well. Want to run the Dubro captured ends, you can do that. Just remember, when you make one part stronger, something else is going to give. It's Quintel, Fender, Carpenter. They load through one, load through one. Ooh, is sashaying down the straightaway. I think that might be Gonzalez. High in the back, high on the back. And looks like Brian is unfortunately out of this one. See if he can't get back into the main. Just about halfway, drivers. Stay high in the back, high in the back. Oh, watch out. And looks like we had a ball cup pop off. Caution in three, stay high in three, high in three. We're going to try to put it back together. Oh, man. Quintel going for a gap. Going to keep his Senna racing card. That was ballsy. 90 seconds to go. It's Quintel. Carpenter back 2 laps and change at the moment. Vogel in third by 4 seconds. Gonzalez back 3 seconds in fourth. Chris Bradley in fifth. Mike Raines behind him by a couple laps. And Fender out after 13. Brian having some problems there. Ooh, somebody testing out the walls. Doing a little over-under here, making it work. Fast laps, Quintel 6-7, Carpenter 7-3, Vogel 7-1, Gonzalez 7-0. Bradley, Raines, and Fender all had 7-2s, and Brian, well, we'll just look away. "30 seconds to go, drivers. Caution in 4. Where did my marshal go? She's hiding over there. What? Caution in 2. Wheelie time. That was Raines or Gonzalez there. Oh, Quintel spinning out a little bit. That's time, drivers. Race it out. Quintel's done. Vogel, Bradley, Raines, Carpenter looking for Gonzalez. and shut it down. Gonzalez finishes out with his fast lap of a 6.9. He's been hiding it. Quintel taking that one 33-4 flat. Carpenter 31. Vogel and Bradley and Gonzalez with 29. Reigns with 25. Traxxas Modified. Let's get them down and checked in. Deacon, Jonathan, Reigns, Charles, and Daryl. It was a little worse. You were tied three-way for like fourth place, so. Just about last. It was close, though. Not bad for the first time on the indoor track. Looks like we got Mr. Jonathan up there in spots. Once again, let's get him out there checked in. Quintel, I need some of those transponders back, I believe. Our novice class, that is. All right, we got Reigns checked in. Three of our four marshals we need. I think Mike's just going to throw it on the table there. That's what it's for, right inside the door. Yeah, throw your car on the table right there. That's what it's for. Let them move some of that stuff. Jump on out there in the infield. We'll turn these guys loose in just a moment. I know. In the corner. All right, gentlemen, let's roll it off. Got 1 minute to turn and burn. Olay! All right, still looking for those transponders from our novice drivers, Ava and Jax. Once again, need those transponders back. All right, gentlemen, let's get them in order. It's going to be Jonathan, Mike, and Charles. One more time around, guys. Good hits on these. Good hits on these. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, drivers, marshals, look alive. Here we go. And we're off and running. Oh, watch out. Go high in the back, high in the back. One more, Chris, one more. Stay high in the three, high in the three. And we're clear. All right, Reigns getting out of the gates like gangbusters here. The other two guys had a little kerfuffle. Wow. Rains just drive through him. I'm sensing a little timeout out here in a minute. $130 down, $230 to go. Up next, Buggy Late Model, final race of qualifying. Oh no, Jonathan got a little body rub. Looks like he's knocked it loose there. Just past halfway. Rain's out front with a 7-6. Fast lap right now. Jonathan with an 8-1. Charles with a 7-8. Did you guys duct tape that front end back together? I appreciate the ingenuity. Gotta get a picture of that somewhere. Hopefully we got a before and after. Hopefully we got a before and after. Oh. $20 seconds to go. Rain showing the way. 30 lap run here. Jonathan on 26. Charles on 25. That is time, drivers. Race it out. Jonathan is done. Mike is done. Here comes Charles. And shut it down. Mike taking that one 30 laps. Jonathan 26. Charles with 25. Hopefully somebody's got a picture of it. I'm good. All right, once again, check them in and park it in turn one. Check it in and park it in turn one. I can sort out what I got to sort out. Hey, calm down up there. I'm messing with it. All right, I need to check in from Ryan, Brad, Daryl, Mark, and Mike. And we are going to need a bunch of volunteers for this one. I think Charles, the only guy that's going to be out there. We're going to need all volunteers, so I need 3 marshals to help us out. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Anthony. Still looking for 2 volunteer marshals to help us out. Mr. Charles is coming on out. In the meantime, drivers, bring them up speed. You got 90 seconds to turn and burn. We'll get 2 more out here in just a minute. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it. Need one more volunteer to help us out. And one more volunteer marshal in turn 4. Oh, you're good. You want to race? Race. You not going to run it, Daryl? Need you up here then. Right in front of me. They should roll right to you or slide right to you. I appreciate it, man. I'm hoping to see that thing out there and dialed in a little better. Okay. All right, boys and girls. Order for this one is David Ponder, Anthony Smothers, Brad Fender, Mike Rooney, Mark Gagnol, and Ryan. You guys had one job. All right, transponders looking decent, gentlemen. 4 minutes on the clock. 3 feet apart, gentlemen. Here we go. Calm down, guys. Plenty of time. Caution, one more on the front straight. Go high and one out of 4. High out of 4. Clear. All right, after some shaking and baking here, 45 seconds into this one, Anthony Smothers to the lead, Ryan behind him. Now Ryan taking over the lead by 2/10. Brad in third by just under 1.5. Ponder back 1.3. Gagnol back 3.6 in fifth. And Ponder picking and choosing his time to make the pass here. Smart driving. And good sportsmanship out there. Mr. Brad giving him a little room to work. And there you go. There's Anthony, Ryan, Brad, Ponder, and Gagnol at the line. Top 4 separated by 4.5. Gagnol back another 2.8. You heard it there, halfway, halfway. Caution out of 4, stay low off of 4, low off of 4. And Gagnol getting it back working. "90 seconds, drivers, 90 seconds. Ooh, Ponder up on 2 wheels, entering 3. I don't know about that, Brad. I think he was just messing with you there on that turn 3 corner. It's Anthony. Ponder back 3.4. Fender back less than 2/10. Ryan back 2.6. Gagnol somewhere out there. There he is, back 7 and change. This could be a heck of an A main tonight. Caution 3 and 4. And we'll clear. That is time, drivers. Keep going. Ryan's done. Anthony's done. Ganya. Everybody's done. Shut it down. Anthony Smothers gonna hold on there. Top three with 34 laps. Anthony with a 403. Fender 406. Ponder 406. And Ryan and Gagnon with 32 apiece. All right, boys and girls, that is the end of qualifying. I'm going to get the main set up here. We're going to take a 20-minute break so I can get it all sorted out. Track will be open for practice in the meantime. The timing won't be up until I get done with the lineup, though. Main start at 11:25. 11:25. All right, boys and girls, it is go time. Ocala Bomber, Kermit Butts, Ryan Schaefer, Steve Hodling, Tim Emery, Brad Mallon, Charles West, Jason Wagner, Brandon Beebe. You guys are up now. Marshals will be Buggy Late Model, A Main, Smothers, Fender, Ponder, Schaefer. Obviously, you can't do it. Gagne, Rooney, and Weaver. Mr. Brad. Come on now, boys. Red light is on. Pace speed. Looking for Charles, Wags, and Brandon to get checked in. Marshals are heading on out there. Should have plenty of them. Once again, my marshals are Smothers, Fender, Ponder, Gagne, Rooney. Let's see. Why don't you go to the other end, Weaver? Put Brad out there. Go down there and help out Mr. That down there. Is that it, Anthony? Thank you. And Mr. Dillon's going to get out there for a little bit. Where's Anthony at? He's supposed to be out here. I need Super Marshal. What? The wife expired his kitchen pass, huh? All right, well, unfortunate. All right, drivers, bring it up speed. You got 90 seconds to turn and burn. All right, my drivers are ready to rock and roll. Got a full field for this one. This could be the most exciting thing of the night. We shall see. All right, boys and girls, we're going to try to record this one. So, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is your Ocala Bomber A Main, your top qualifier. 34 laps, 401. Mr. Kermit Butt's going to lead us off. Lining up second is Ryan Schaefer. Third, Steve Hodling. Fourth, Tim Emery. Fifth, Brad Mallon. Sixth, Charles West. Seventh, Jason Wagner. And eighth, Brandon Beebe. All right, things are looking good, gentlemen. Let's catch it up, slow it down. Leaders, slow it down a little bit. Let them catch up. Try this one more time. Wag should be seventh. Brandon should be eighth. All right, that's looking a little better. Here we go. And we're off and running. Caution three, go high through three. And we're clear. Go high through four. What just happened? Go high in the front, out to the wall, low into three. High into one, stay high into one. Go high through three and four. Now low through four. Clear. High in the back. Stay high in the back. We're clear. It's Kermit. Wags all the way up to second. Dirt Herder moving through the field here. Totaling back 1 second and third. Beebe up to fourth. Ryan fifth. Emery sixth. Mallon seventh. Charles eighth. Caution in 1 and 2. We're clear. Uh-oh, go high into 3, high into 3. I think Ryan's having some problems there. Low through 3 and 4. And we're clear. Go low in the back, low in the back. Stay low, low, low. I think the battery came out. And we're clear on the back. Haven't seen one of those in a while. Brad turning in too early, finding out. Balls fight back a little bit here. They're soft, but they're flexible. And pick up our leader coming into turn 3. Pink nose. Totaling in second. Wags to third by 1.1. Your leader tangled up in something here. Not for position just yet. He's got a battle lap on the field. But showing the way, 34 lap run. Totaling. Wags separated by 1.1. Go low into 3. Brandon back 2 laps and change in fourth right now. Allen behind him by a lap and change. Charles back a couple more laps. Really, your battle right now is between Steve and Jason for second. That's your closest battle. Everybody else is spread out. Go high into 1, high into 1. Charles pulling it over. Something wrong with the body mounts there. Check that left front body mount. Left front body. Yeah, pull it up. They're going to pick it up. Yeah, I think the left front body post, the mount collapsed on it. Three, 2, 1. Race it to the line. Brandon, you are done. Looking for Brad to finish out. Everybody else is done. Shut it down. Kermit Butt's going to take that one. 34.404. Hodling with 33 by half a second over Wags. Dropped his fast lap of a 6.9 there on the last lap. Brandon with 29 laps. Brad with 28. Man, Dirt Herder all the way up to second. Had to settle for third, though. All right, short course late model is up next. What's that? Butts had a 6.6. Hodling had a 6.7 in second. Wags had a 6.9 in third. Brandon had a 7.5 in fourth. Mallon had a 7.2 in fifth. Charles had an 8.4 in sixth. Tim had a 7.1 and Ryan had a 7.4. All right, boys and girls, let's hold on here a second. That is Freeze. Mr. Mark is out. Deacon is gone. I need a check-in from Brad, Daryl, and George. Daryl making this one? Oh, there he is. Sorry, I didn't see him. All right, marshals are good. Drivers, bring them up speed. Give you a few more seconds here. It's going to be a minute 20. All right, looks like my drivers may be ready to rock and roll. Ponder might have been making some adjustments there. Like he's happy with what he has. All right, boys and girls, your top qualifier, 36 laps, 402, Mr. Brad Fender. Lining up second, Daryl Weaver. Third, George Bronick. Fourth, Matthew DeVries. Fifth, David Ponder. Sixth would have been Mark Gagnon, and seventh would have been Deacon. All right, gentlemen, 4 minutes on that clock. Let's keep it clean. Here we go. Oh, George pulling out of the way there. Like he might have some other issues. Gonna pull it off. They're gonna see if they can't fix that. Looked like it was fine earlier, and he's back out there. Long lap. See if he can't work his way forward, though. Daryl really slow right now. Caution in 3, guys. He's trying to sneak out of the way. Ryan trying to check it out for him. Uh-oh, don't sound good. So they're going to park that one. 45 seconds into this, your leader, that orange and white, Brad Fender. Freeze in the other orange and gray, or orange and black. He's back 1.9 seconds. Ponder behind him by 9/10. The black and green. And George hoping to steal away a podium here after some problems from other racers. All right. Novice drivers getting their transponders or learning the ropes. Fender showing the way. 38 lap run here. Fast lap of a 6.4. Freeze, I think, has a 6.6, maybe a 6.5 out there somewhere. Connor with a 6.6. Bronick 6.8. Weaver out with a 6.5 fast lap out of his 4. Fender having a little more drive off the corner here, carrying a little more corner speed. "90 seconds. It's Fender, DeVries, caution out of 4. Freeze back 5.5, Ponder back 6 seconds in third, last time by, and Bronick still back 2 laps right now, hoping for an issue from one of the other guys. Right now, nobody battling for position. They're all separated by about a lap each. Up next, novice. Start heading this way if you haven't already. Boys better go look at Fender's car after this, figure out what he's doing, because this is going through the corner, at least 3 and 4 pretty good. Got a little push out of 2. .37 lap run and 4 flat here is going to be close for that extra lap. And looks like they got Bronick back out there after something else happened to it. That is time you cross line, you're done. Ponder's done, Fender's done, DeVries is done, and shut it down. Brad Fender going to take that one 37 laps, DeVries with 36, Ponder 35, Bronick in 4th with 31. All right, boys and girls, cars to the table. Head back out the track to Marshall. Nothing wrong with the kids coming to get their own transponders. They got to learn how to do it at some point. All right, hold on, you two up there. Let's get Ava checked in first. All right, Jax. All right. Like Mr. Dillon's up there. Let's get it checked in. Everybody else should be able to check in, no problem. And looks like George TQ'd the marshalling on this one. All right, just waiting on Anthony to get checked in. He's still on his way out here. Marshals. We need all 4 of those guys out there. I know Matt's got to bring the transponder back. I think he did already. Never mind. I need my marshals out there looking for one more to help out at the far end. Mr. DeVries. Brian, I don't care. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it. All right, drivers, bring it up speed. You got 75 seconds to turn and burn. All right, boys and girls, while we're waiting for our novice drivers to get their hot laps in here, just wanted to point out we had a couple local racers helping us out. Last track changes, give or take there. So if you're looking for anything aquatic, you know, fish, fauna, whatever all that stuff is in the fish tank, see Mr. Josh over at the Aquatic Source down on State Road 200. You need your lawn mowed over in the Citrus County area, if I'm not mistaken. Mr. Aaron Smith at Ron's Lawns. Give him a call. And something down in the Villages area, Mr. Kyle. Kyle's Home Solutions can help you out with some handyman work and some lawn work as well. Check out some of our local racers. Maybe they can help get you to a place you need to be. All right, drivers, this is your novice A main, your top qualifier, 29 laps, 407. Miss Chloe Bronick going to lead us off, followed by Anthony Fender, Dylan Renning, Ava Chapman, and Jax Chapman. All right, transponders looking decent here. Here we go. And we're off and running. Anthony looking inside here. Looks like they might have made some adjustments, gotten his car a little better. Top three down the front straightaway. Ava and Jack's batting out here. Oh, somebody spun out. Trying to tell their cars apart. Jack's in the red. It is Ava in the, I think that's purple. Blue, not sure from here. They're rocking the small scale stuff. Oh, poor Jax just got monster trucked on that one. Got a three-way battle down the back straightaway. Oh, Chloe getting a little spin out there. All right, I think she can work her way back into this one. Caution in a one. We're clear. Dylan dropping a 7.5 in that low C sprint. Oh, he catches a corner. Looks like the ball cups are still on. Anthony now back to the lead in that orange and white. Down the front straightaway he goes. Dylan back 1 second. Caution in 3, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Chloe back 2.5. George on the back straight. George on the back straight. Stay high in the back, guys, by the bay door. High in the back by the bay door. And we're clear. Oh, we got one more in the infield here. That better not be my car. It's Anthony, Dylan, 8/10 apart. Chloe trying to run them back down here. Need a little bit of luck with this one. Runner line though, trying to keep them behind her so she's got a chance to get back into this one. Oh, going a little wide in 3, and they're gonna, at least one's gonna sneak through. Minute 10 to go, 1:10 to go. Caution out of 2, caution out of 2. Stay high, high, high. Now stay low. Uno momento for my Latin-speaking friends. Anthony getting by Ava there. Sidestepped, and he went boom right through, got past, and cleared it. Oh, caution down the front. Clear. Might have been Jax and Chloe getting together there with 30 seconds to go. Losi sprints up next. Caution on the front straight. Go high off of 4. High off of 4. 20 seconds. You're going to need all hands on deck for this race. So we're going to need all our novice drivers and a couple of volunteers to help us out. 5 seconds. Go high in 3, high in 3. When you cross line, you are done. Dylan is done. Chloe is done. Anthony is done. Ava is done. Looking for Jax. And on that last corner, last lap, I think Ava passed Jax for that 4th spot. Battle between the siblings there. Anthony Fender going to take the win, 31 laps. Dylan with 30. Chloe with 29. And the Chapmans with 20 apiece. All right, looks like Fender is out of this one. Not sure if he's scared or... Oh, I'm busted. What was it? Arm? Okay. Did you replace those with like low C or associated stuff? No? So that was stock stuff and it broke that. Wow. All right, looking for a check-in from Vogel and Hopkins. All right, we'll send Anthony down there. Mr. Dillon can hang out somewhere. I think we might be all right with that. All I know is whoever's going to be in the middle needs to be our fastest marshal out there. You got to cover the front and back straight. So, what happened? All right, drivers. In the meantime, let's roll them off. You got 110 to turn and burn. Caution in three. Caution in three. Go high in three. High in three, drivers. Caution in two. Tell you what, can we get Ryan in the center? Oh, no, Mark, you stay out here. Ryan, can you handle the center? Send Mr. Brad in the infield, please. Thank you. I just have a feeling we're going to need somebody covering the front and back straight on this one. Mark's already taken a few hits for you guys out there on this track, so I'm trying to keep him healthy right now. He's going to stand out there for moral support, though. All right, drivers. Your top qualifier, 33 laps, 4 flats, Scott Quintel. Lineup second, John Carpenter. Third, Matt Vogel. Fourth, Chris Bradley. Fifth, Mike Gonzalez. Sixth, Mike Raines. And round the field, Mr. Brian Hopkins. All right, boys and girls, we are recording this one as well. This is your Losi Sprint A main. 3 feet apart, gentlemen. 3 feet apart. 4-minute race, guys. Plenty of time. Here we go. And we are clean as green as I think we're going to get. Save from Brian there in turn 3. He was sideways. Gave her a little squeeze of the throttle, and boom, around she came. Caution down the front straight. Go high in the front. Stay out to the wall, And we are clear. Caution in 4, caution in 4. Wow, we had a little 2 tangle there. They low in the 3, ball cup. We're going to try to pop it back on for him. It is Quintel. Carpenter back 3.2. Gonzalez up to third, back 3.4. Chris Bradley back 0.8 and fourth. Vogel by less than a tenth in fifth. Can't pop it back on. No. They load through 1 and 2, load through 1 and 2. And I think that's Hopkins is out, unfortunately. Go high through 1 and 2, high through 1 and 2. Now low through 1 and 2. 145 down, 2:15 to go. We're not even halfway, drivers. It's Quintel by about a lap here, looking for Carpenter. Back 5.9 seconds back to Carpenter. Vogel back 6.8. Battle is for that final podium spot between Vogel and Bradley. It's less than 1 second. Down the front straightaway they go. Bradley rocking the number 3 Goodwrench machine. Going wide in turn 1 and 2. Out to the wall. That's going to drop him back a little bit with 1:30 to go. Gonzalez behind him by 1.5 now. Rain's back 8:10. So still potential for some of these guys to get back on the podium here. Go high in the back, high in the back. And we're clear. And Quintel helping out another racer there. That was, I think, Mike Gonzalez sideways in 2. Quintel gave him a little tap. Straighten him out. .34 lap run going here for Quintel. Caution in 2, caution in 2, go low through 2, low through 2. Now is Bradley upside down. Go high through 3, high through 3. That's going to shake things up a little bit. Carpenter in second. Vogel back 3.4. In third now. 5 seconds to go. Who's going to be on the podium here when it's all said and done? Cross the line, you're done. Looking for Reigns. Everybody else is done. Reigns is up in turn 2. And looks like he might be done. Shut it down. Not going to change anything there. Got Quintel setting his fast lap on the last lap at 6.6. 34 laps taking that win. Carpenter with 32 in second. Vogel with 31 in third. Gonzalez with 30. Reigns 29 and change. Bradley with 29 laps. Hopkins out after 6. Ooh, shake and bake. That didn't get your blood boiling a little bit. All right, Traxxas modified. Reigns, Warden, West, come on down. I think Carpenter's going to take a little victory lap over to Taco Bell on the way home tonight. Second place is good enough for him, right? All right, 2 more races to run. Stupid weatherman. No, if they just prayed a little harder, it probably wouldn't have rained. All right, looks like Wags is taking the mic mobile. Trying to figure out how to turn it on. Get the manual out, guys. It might be a little easier. And it looks like they got it now. All right, let's get them checked in, gentlemen. All right, I got 2 marshals out here. I need a couple more from that last race. Should have about 6. I think we might get away with 3 in this, and we can use everybody else in the final race. Thank you, Mr. Bryan. Unfortunate issues for him tonight. Hopefully, we can get that sorted out. Looks like they're getting Jonathan's car for him. I guess somebody forgot. All right, drivers, bring them up to speed. I'm going to give you a few more seconds here. Have a minute. Hey now, you're an all-star. All right, gentlemen, this is the big show for Attractions and Modifieds tonight. Unfortunately, I had a couple guys skedaddle. But we got what we got. Your top qualifier, Mike Raines, 30 laps in this one. Jonathan Warden lining up second. Charles West in third. Let's roll it off, drivers. All right, should be an interesting race this round for these guys. Here we go. And we're off and running. I know all these guys think Mike Raines probably has a few more laps on this layout or this track than the other guys. Caution down the back straight. Boys doing a little monster trucking out there. Not afraid. That was Mike, your leader, testing out the turn 3 pipe. It's Raines. About to put second place down a lap. I think he did. 31 lap run going here for Mike Raines. Fast lap of a 7.6. Charles with an 8.0. Jonathan with an 8.0. Boy's gonna be over there in Mike's ear going, hey, what you got for oils and the pistons in that thing? Charles trying to use a PVC guidance system, and that can get sketchy. Oh, go behind the back, behind the back. It's Raines out front. Jonathan back about 2 laps and change. Charles back a lap at the line. Oh, they get tangled up in turn 2. Charles being way too nice there. Heard of there, 1 minute to go. Buggy late model up next. Once again, we'll need all hands on deck to marshal that one. The Anthony Smothers, Brad Fender, David Ponder, Ryan Schaefer, Mark Gagnon, Mike Rooney, Daryl Weaver. 10 seconds, drivers. That is time. When you cross line, you are done. Mike Rain's going to take the victory tonight. Charles West going to hold on for third. And Jonathan going monster trucking all over the place there. Going to take second. Fast laps, Mike Rains with a 7.59, Jonathan at a 7.85, and Charles with a 7.98. All right, once again, we're going to need all hands on deck to marshal this one. Need all the volunteers we can get. If anybody's not making this race, I need to know. Mr. Out, Mr. Darrell's out. As long as it wasn't B4 parts. As long as you didn't break the B4 parts. Body stuff's fine. You can get bodies. It's hard to find some B4 stuff right now. Well, go looking for the proper wing mounts. They're unobtainium. Lucky if you find some aftermarket stuff right now, which I'm sure it's out there. I managed to acquire a set in case I break the ones that are currently on my car. All right, Mr. Dillon, I'm going to ask you to step off the track, sir. I appreciate your sportsmanship there, but we're going to need some of the big boys out here for this one. We might talk a little later. Unfortunately, I'm about to put up my older cars. Mostly because I got newer stuff to run now, so way easier to find those parts. All right, boys and girls, let's bring them up to speed. You got 90 seconds to turn and burn. That's right, Mr. Anthony had to go. Oh, that's too bad. Hopefully everything's okay with their Anthony and the family. Maybe just hopefully just his kitchen pass expired. All right, can I get one more marshal in the center to cover both straightaways? Only 4 of them out there, but you never know. Thank you, Mr. Matt. Some of these boys, they get that blood running up there, racing side by side, and you'd be surprised how fast these cars stick together with that low pressure going between them. It is real. It's a real thing. All right, your top qualifier, 34 laps, 403. Mr. Anthony Smothers had his skedaddle, so Mr. Brad Fender going to lead the field off here in second overall. David Ponder, Brian Schaefer, and Mark Gagnon. Awesome strength here from all those transponders. 4 minutes on that clock, drivers. Here we go. Ooh, Ponder getting close there. Catching the pipe a little bit, and Ryan looking for way past. Ponder catching the pipe again in 3. Ryan underneath him. Good battle here between those guys. A little over-under action. Whoa, 2 over-under. Definitely a more challenging track than we're used to here at New Red Hobbies. Caution in 1, caution in 1. It is Brad, Mark, Ryan, David at the line. Oh, man, Ryan getting beat up here. Go high in the front, high in the front. Waiting for him. Thank you, sir. Appreciate the sportsmanship. We're not perfect. Try to make up for it. Things go a lot better. 140 down, 220 to go, just about halfway. Fender showing the way on a 36-lap run here. Ponder up to second now. Gagne back 3.2. And Ryan, not sure what happened there. He's in fourth right now. Hopefully he can get some luck going his way in this one. Oh, your leader having a problem pulling over in turn 3. He's just halfway into the race. This can't be a gearing thing, can it? Opinion on it? And shut it off and turn it on and see what happens. Uh-oh, if it's got no go, maybe a phase wire came off or something on the motor. Had that happen recently. Oh, sensor wire. Well, Brad's down 2 laps in fourth. Let's see if he can make it up. Oh, watch out. No, I don't think that's helping. We're just going to pick that up out of the way, keep that thing in one piece. It is Ponder, Gagne, Ryan at the line here. 40 seconds to go. Oh, we got mayhem. Come on, guys. You can't beat up on Ryan like that. I know he's new here. Ryan fast lap 7-1, Gagne 6-6, Ponder 6-5-9. Fender only had a 6-7 out there. He was just keeping it clean for the most part. 5 seconds to go. Last race of the night here. That's going to be the last lap. When you cross line, you will be done. And shut it down. David Ponder going to take this one with 35 laps. Gagne 33. Ryan Shaver with 31. And Fender out after 18. Unfortunate luck for him. All right, boys and girls, give me just about 2 minutes. I'll be out there for podium pictures on the front straightaway. In the meantime, I want to thank all live stream viewers for tuning in. We'll be open tomorrow, I believe, right, Sticks? Sticks. We're open tomorrow? All right, we're open tomorrow for Father's Day practice, guys. So, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next week.